Hello and welcome. This is Barbara Abdenor, and today I'd like to teach you the full yogic breath. If we don't breathe for a couple of minutes, we don't survive. So it's kind of strange that we bring so little conscious awareness to the breath. The breath nourishes the body in many ways, and breathing deeply and fully releases stress and tension out of the body. So the yogis have always known that the breath is highly significant and that we should work with the breath. So the full yogic breath is a technique that you can learn while you're lying down in savasana, but once you know how to do it and your body's even just a tiny bit trained to do it, you can practice it at any time. It's particularly important while you're practicing asana or doing a physical yoga practice. If you do another form of exercise or physical practice, then adding breath work into that will deepen that practice and make it a type of yoga, even if it wouldn't be recognized as that in a gym or something. You can also do it just at any time during the day, just bringing your awareness to your breath. If you were going into a stressful situation, you could breathe like this for a while just to remind your body that you're taking care of it. It's really the most fundamental and simple self-care that there is, working with the breath. So you can come down into a lying position for this practice while you're learning it. As I already said, you can do it any time, but to learn it, it's really easy to do it from a lying position. So you can lie down on your back in savasana. So that's on your back, legs slightly apart, feet relaxed out to the side of the body, arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up. If it kind of pushes into your lower back or the back of your knees feel hyperextended, you can put something underneath your knees so that they're raised. It's better to have something underneath there because you can still completely relax then, rather than just having bent knees. Okay, and you can lightly close your eyes. And then to start, you're going to bring your right hand onto the area of your body just below your belly button, your lower abdominal area. And you can bring your left hand to the solar plexus area, the bottom of the rib cage. Okay, and first we're going to break the breath up into a few segments and then we'll put it together at the end. Okay, so you can breathe first into the lower abdominal region. So you want to feel that hand that's below the belly button rising and falling with the breath. It's a really deep breath, really pushing into the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscular structure between the rib cage and the abdominal region. And it's kind of convex and pulled up when you breathe out. And when you breathe in, the lungs push onto that muscular structure. And it's a very typical place in the body where we hold a lot of tension. So by breathing deeply and pushing into the diaphragm, we begin to release some of that tension out of the diaphragm. And because the diaphragm's moving, it's pushing all the internal organs, which is why you can feel your hand rising and falling on the lower abdominal region. Okay, and then you can shift your awareness to your left hand, which is sitting on the lower part of your rib cage and solar plexus area, and breathe into that part of the body. Feel how the rib cage expands with each breath. Each rib moves outwards, upwards, and rotates slightly as you breathe into the chest region. So really allow that breath. Okay, and then shift your right hand from the lower abdominal region onto the upper chest area. And let's focus the breath on the upper part of the chest now. You don't feel it so much when you're lying down, but your shoulders lift slightly and move back. It's pretty obvious when you're sitting, so at some point you can try that out. Okay, and then we're going to put all those three aspects of the breath together into a single breath. And by doing that, we make sure that we use the entire lung capacity and we deliver as much oxygen to the body as possible. We release as much carbon dioxide as possible. And in yoga, we consider breath to bring prana or life force into the body. So we're bringing as much life force into the body with the in-breath as possible. And when we breathe out, we're removing toxin from the body. Okay, so you're breathing in, feeling your belly rise first, then expanding your lower rib cage, then the upper rib cage, and then to breathe out, you're relaxing the upper rib cage, the lower rib cage, and the belly last. So breathing in, you expand the lower abdominal area, the lower rib cage, the upper rib cage, and breathing out, you relax the upper rib cage, relax the lower rib cage, and the abdominal region last. So you can just let your breath flow like that. You don't need to keep time with me. You can feel like you're extending your breath a little bit, but don't push very hard. Okay, and to help you with this, there's a really useful visualization. So you can imagine you have a hollow tube going from your perineum at the base of your body, your root chakra, and this hollow tube goes up through your body in a straight line to the crown of your head. And in that tube is a liquid, something like mercury. And as you breathe in, it rises up in the tube, and as you breathe out, it drops back down. It's going to really allow you to get that breath to flow really nicely and smoothly. So try and notice if there's any sticking places in the breath where it kind of gets hooked, and try and soften over there so that the breath can flow more smoothly in and out of the body. You really want it to get as smooth and smooth and deep. Okay, and then you can relax your breath. Just allow your consciousness, your awareness to relax. And when you're ready, you can raise your right arm, lift up your knees and roll over onto the right hand side of your body. In yoga, like first aid, we always roll onto the right hand side of the body after practicing in Savasana. And that's because the heart is on the left side of the body, so it is less work for the body to maintain its systems when the heart is higher. Okay, and you can push yourself up to a sitting position, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that, and remember to practice this. So you can practice it from lying down by listening to this recording again, or you can just practice it at any time during the day while you're standing in a queue or driving your car or you're in a meeting. It's a very useful practice at any time. And if you do a physical practice of some sort, getting your breath to flow in this way will enhance your practice. Okay, and thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy and that this is useful. Bye.